Tournament de Pizza. This is Knockout Radio. I'm turning you off. You're done. Brought to you by Apeman Strong and Staff Zone. Caleb, so what's up? What do you got?
Man, what I have, I got a lot.
You look at football, that's what he's got.
I got a lot to talk about. So one of the things I've been noticing. Oh, first of all, we just talked about USC. Let's stay on USC for a couple minutes before we move on to this next topic. Khabib says he's coming back if Charles Oliveira beats his boy, and I'm blanking right now. Islam. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't
think he's BSing just to get his guy fight?
Done.
Yeah. He's not. And I'm wrong on a regular basis, but everything he has said, he has stayed true to.
Yeah.
And he said he gave his word to his mom, and I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that he doesn't need the money. He's not running, Eagle Fight Club and all that. So, no, I don't see that. And I agree with a couple things that he said. Everybody's saying Oliveira, it's what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
And he made a comment. He said, I've never been hit in the face. Right?
Yeah. No, he has.
I don't know. Has he?
Yeah, he got rocked once.
Once.
Yeah.
All right, so
I can remember once. Yeah.
Okay. Undefeated.
Yeah.
And that says a lot. I don't know. I'm not going to say that Oliveira is the GOAT of that division.
No. And then we've had this discussion before because people want to say Khabib is the GOAT and we're prisoner of the moment. Right? And we've talked about this. He does not, I don't care how dominant he was, he does not have the resume to stand up to John Jones.
No way.
No, of course not. I'm just saying in the division.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
we can't win his title like 4 times against nobody names. I mean, like,
I wouldn't say nobody.
I wouldn't say nobody.
His title defenses were good.
Like not.
Look at who he's beat the last 3 or 4 fights.
Okay.
Go ahead and read it.
I will look it up.
Yeah, you do that. Justin Gaethje, Poirier, McGregor. I mean, his list of what he's done his last couple fights.
But all 3 of those guys are already on their decline. They're already going
McGregor
down.
was at his peak when he beat him.
Poirier wasn't on a decline. Justin Gaethje isn't on a decline.
Yeah.
Poirier and Gaethje are the same fight.
Let me give you some
They should both
some
be.
Criticism. Well, really, this is I'm trying to help you.
Oh, please do.
Keep your mouth shut, and then you don't sound stupid.
It's not that. Look, Poirier and Gaethje are both 4 and 5 when they did that Rock'em Sock'em fight. They both should stay at 4 and 5 or lower. None of those guys actually deserved title shots. They weren't that good. There was just nobody else above them, and that's why they kept getting opportunities.
And that would be the case still.
Yeah.
So there's still nobody above Poirier. There's still
That's
nobody.
the problem.
There's still nobody above Chandler.
But those guys, they weren't that good.
I think definitely we get caught up in the prison of the moment.
It's
thing,
always that way.
And that's kind of how it is. And people want to see, because they feel like, Oliveira is the king of the ground game. How will his ground game stand up to Khabib's ground game? But it's two different styles of ground game. I guess it's not the same thing. Khabib is taking you on the ground to smash your face, like he loves to say.
Right.
He's trying to get a submission and, work techniques and those kind of things. So it's a different kind of thing.
We can't ever see this. The fight that I would love to see.
Yeah.
It's impossible. It's like saying Babe Ruth against Barry Bonds. It can't be done. But I would have loved to have seen Matt Hughes in his day, at his very peak, against Khabib at his peak. It's 2 strong wrestlers. Can either one of them hold the other one down? Now, yes, Khabib did hold down a bear, but it was a baby bear. And he was a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're right. It's 2 different. One's jiu-jitsu and one is just wrestling and strength.
Yeah.
So it's 2 which is what mixed martial arts was built on.
Yeah.
Your strength, my strength, one up against each other and see who's best. Do you got that list yet?
I got it.
Slow?
I got it. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Do you know how to read?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vusal by the
No, start.
I'm sorry, number 1.
No, start last.
These guys are all people who know what they've heard of.
Start from the end.
Okay. Justin Gaethje.
Okay, I've heard
Dustin
of him.
Poirier.
Yeah, not bad.
McGregor. Al Kent actually was the toughest fight for him. Of all of them, we went 5 rounds. We were there in Brooklyn, 223. We were there for that. Edson Barbosa. Michael Johnson, back when I see Johnson come back. It was nice to see him back and they get a win. Before that, Darrell Horscher, Rafael Dos Anjos, Pat Healy, Abel Trujillo.
Again, we're only talking about his last
Thiago
fights.
Tavares.
We're talking about his last
Gleason
title defense.
Tibu.
His title defense.
Gleason was all right.
Kamal Shamol.
Whatever. It's better if you.
I don't know how to say these names.
But
There's like 7 V's.
yeah, man, it's interesting. And there's also been talks of, instead of Islam fighting Oliveira, Islam is going to fight somebody else, and they're saying it leaves a little sliver for Conor to pop back up and get this title fight.
Of course he's coming back.
He's
about the money.
Listen.
Yeah, but I don't see him getting a title fight. I just don't. I know it's about money.
Conor.
I get that. I get it's
Even if it's for
Conor.
an interim fight,
Nothing
it's
he
an
does
it'd be
is
an interim
normal.
belt. It'd be an interim belt.
Nothing he does is normal.
Yeah,
That's true.
He's like me.
You know, he's one of those guys who can he can lose 3 fights in a row, and he's going to get called out by the champion because
Right.
they want a
Red
pay.
panty night. It's red panty night.
Yeah.
You know about that, right?
I don't know.
That's what he said in the press conference. So that's where, when he turned to Jeremy Stevens, this is the greatest line ever. The greatest. I have bought maybe 3 T-shirts in my life. Okay, this is one of the 3 I bought.
Yeah.
It's where he turns to Jeremy Stevens. I got to be really careful, or I can lose
Yeah.
my license.
I think I know what you
And
said.
you know, Jeremy's like, "I'll fight you," and he turns and he goes, "Who the fork
Yeah,
is
it's
that
this guy.
guy?" Right,
Yeah.
this guy. You know, and Jeremy gets all mad, and everybody gets all mad, and Cowboy gets all mad, and he goes, and this is true. And Conor goes, "Everybody wants to fight me. It's red panty night. That's when you make your money, is when you fight me." So he'll always be called out.
And he said, you said you call your wife and say, "Baby, we made it." Conor picked me.
Now, because Cerrone's in some little bit of a controversy with the internet star, gambler, professional gambler Dan Bilzerian. Apparently, there's some altercation with Anthony Smith's family. They were drunk and they stole the family seats from the UFC cage side when Anthony was fighting, and it's a big controversy right now.
When did this happen?
I can look that up as well.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Only because Cowboy was supposed to fight in the last fight, so
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. They've rebooked his fight. I think his fight is in Austin. You know, the upcoming fight that got postponed because of his.
I'm gonna check that one out. I love Austin. My brother lives out in Austin.
I'm thinking about going.
Yeah, Austin's a great city.
That's where my famous line. I was going with a former co-host. I think he was better than Matt. Well, no, he was better than Matt too. So we ate at the Tampa airport. We land in Austin, and I go, "Hey, you want to get something to eat? Great barbecue here."
Yeah.
He goes, "No, we just ate." My famous line: "I didn't know you had to be hungry to eat." This
is true.
And then we ate some great barbecue. So, no, I don't think Khabib will come back.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. One can dream.
Yeah.
One can dream.
So Steve and I went to Eagle. I guess it was last weekend, right? It was last Friday. Main event controversy, co-main event controversy.
Yeah.
The controversy in the main event really isn't controversy. Junior Dos Santos had a shoulder pop out in the middle of the fight,
Yeah.
winning the fight. And on the line, there was talks, Eagle had talks with Bellator, that they were going to co-promote a Fedor fight with Junior Dos Santos, which is huge.
Yeah.
Not controversy, he got injured. Co-main event, I still don't get this. I've even reached out to some of my judges friends who told me it was right. I don't get it. So Hector Lombard is fighting Thiago Silva. Thiago was on a couple weeks ago. Thiago throws a knee to a grounded fighter. The fight gets stopped. Hector looked over at him like, "What the hell?" I still don't understand how that wasn't a disqualification.
Yeah.
It was a no contest. So my buddy, the judge, I won't say his name, he said, "Well, it was an unintentional knee." No, he intentionally threw the knee.
Yeah.
Right?
I threw an intentional punch at your temple. What are you talking about?
Right? It
Yeah.
was an intentional knee. He was down. It was accidental. You probably thought he was going to stand up, but he didn't. How is that a no contest?
Yeah.
It bothers me. It bothers me.
There's been a lot of talk about, as the sport grows, about judging and how, you know, judges make decisions and, you know, like the controversy. I think Cormier just got, you know, in trouble, or not in trouble, but he had a little issue because he said that I think Holly Holm should have
Right.
won.
Well, everybody
that
says
fight,
Holly
and
Holm should have won.
Then he goes back, so I'm going to take judging classes. I misspoke and this, that, and the third. And so we spoke about this briefly before. Like, what are your thoughts? How do you? Because again, it's subjective,
Sure,
right?
sure.
You know, there's some fights where you can clearly see, like, yeah, that guy's the one who won the fight. He won every round. But then there's things where, like, Izzy has a fight, and Izzy is very surgical, and he's not a guy who's going to take big risks to go throw bombs. He's going to point you to death,
Right.
like John Jones does almost
Right.
to a point, right?
Right.
I'm going to give you leg kicks. Where people are thinking I took 2 punches, so you won the round. I hit you 15 times. I won that round.
Right.
You know, so Like, is it a thing where people need to educate themselves more on the fight game, or is there a way to allow fans to understand better what the judges are doing?
I think both. But the problem is there's no set rule. You know, whether it's the octagon control, whether it's the ground game, whether it's striking, whether it's... So the problem is you may be a judge and you train boxing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a judge and I train jiu-jitsu. So I'm thinking maybe jiu-jitsu is going to score a higher point than you're thinking boxing is going to start.
Yeah.
You know, what counts more? One devastating punch, you know, not a knockdown, just a devastating punch, or 8 good punches. And if 8 is more than that one big bomb, what about 6 good punches?
Yeah.
So nobody has a set. And here's the thing that I would throw out. Robbery. You talk about it all the time. They got robbed. It could have been a difference of 1 punch. It could have been a difference of 1 takedown. When I judge, one second. When I judge, if fighter A takes fighter B down and fighter B instantly gets up, it's a wash.
Yeah, I agree.
But some judges may give him a half a point in his mind or whatever. So you never know what every judge, but every time when you say he got robbed or she got robbed, at least 2 of the 3 people sitting there saw it a different way.
Yeah.
You know, and when I was judging, if they said a split decision, my heart goes down a little bit. I'll stand by every decision I ever made. And I'm right in my mind, but I'm like, until I hear that I was on the 2 and not on the 1, you know, you think about it.
Yeah.
You know, because the reason I started judging is I got called out by the boxing commission because I would rip the judges.
Yeah.
You know, people's lives are at stake.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not to the level of amateurs, but they're trying to get pro. They're trying to get to the UFC. So I took it very, very seriously.
I think the solution is, with
I can hardly
technology,
wait for this.
both fighters wear full body suits. They have sensors inside,
can't
and
have
so you have low impact, you know, yellow. Then you have like high impact, where there's a significant strike, and then they just tally it up at the end of the fight.
Okay, what if fighter A presses the action for 15 minutes, for 12 minutes and 50 seconds?
Let the computer.
So the
tally
computer's
all
gonna
the-
know that too?
They're going to know how many punches were landed, how many punches were
I didn't say punches
strikes,
landed. I just
how many
said
kicks were absorbed.
fighter A is the aggressor. You're not
Yeah.
going to get that on computer chips.
Well, you still have the human element to watch the fight.
I don't know if I like that either.
I don't.
That thing where it's like, I was the aggressor. Okay. And so just because you were stepping forward,
It's just another one. You
Yeah.
know, there's like 9 things.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the problem. There's 9 things. Yeah, you're right. You don't have to always be the aggressor. Ask John Jones. Or, no, Stipe. Ask Stipe.
easy.
You know, when he knocked out Verdum, he was running backwards.
Yeah.
Knocked him out. So,
Speaking of John Jones, the night in question for the
which night?
Donald Cerrone and Dan Blazaren, where they stole the seats of Anthony Smith's mother and his entourage. He was fighting John Jones in the title fight, and so they were.
long ago was this?
There's 235, UFC 235.
And it's just now coming out?
Well, yeah, because they went on to Michael Bisping's.
It took him that long to realize?
They went on Michael Bisping's Imposter
We don't give a
Radio.
fuck.
Well, podcast, Imposter Radio.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, like they went on the podcast and he talked about how Don and Dan were drunk and they came down, they stole the seats and they made the whole row slide down, and they just took the seats away from his mom. And Anthony was upset about
And
it.
this happened 2.5 years ago.
You know, that happened to. I got tickets for some people close to me before, and there were some like random people sitting in their seats.
That happened to me Saturday night.
Yeah, and and afterwards, you know, they told me like, hey, like, you know, like these people sit in our seats, and I'm just like, you should tell them to move next time.
Right.
And you're like, well, we want to sit next to our family. I'm like, well, you should have got your seats next to your family. Like, what are you talking about? We all get the same amount. We all get the same book, and I can tell them, hey, I want 7 seats together. I want 3 seats together. I want 2 here, 2 over here. Like, you get to choose.
Right.
So you sit where you're supposed to sit. Like, that stuff bothers me.
So a new movie comes out next week. It's called Top Gun.
Yeah.
Okay. So my brother is on a plane, either Atlanta to Tampa or Tampa to Atlanta. Now, I've been told this story, so I'll say allegedly for legal purposes so I don't get in trouble. But I wasn't on the plane. So my brother goes to get on the plane, and he always sits aisle because he goes to the bathroom a lot.
Okay.
He goes to his seat, and there's some dude sound asleep snoring in his seat. And so he goes, hey, buddy, you're in my seat. And the guy goes, well, just sit in the window. I won't say what my brother said. Well, it's the putz that's in this movie, Top Gun.
Yeah.
Miles Teller.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not Tom Cruise, but Miles Teller.
Huh.
So I really have no interest in watching the movie just because of this clown.
I'm not gonna lie to you. So when I was in college,
Please don't.
It's an expression, you know.
I know.
But
Like, I'm going to tell you the truth. No, lie to me.
yeah. When I was in college, our offensive calls, like our fast-paced, no huddle, our coach Noel Mazzoni, he loved Top Gun. So we used like Top Gun names for like our different play calls. We had Maverick and Goose and all these different things. So
Iceman.
Yeah, exactly. We had Iceman. And so he asked me one day, he goes, Caleb, do you even know where this is from? I'm just like, I don't know. I just thought I just memorized the words. And he goes, it's the greatest movie ever, Top Gun, blah, 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 blah. You have to watch it. I love movies. I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch it. Watched it. Absolute garbage. The first one, I did not like it. I couldn't get into it, you know, and so I'm going to watch the second one and see
If it's
maybe because it was like past the time and it was, you know, like I don't know. I'm
Right.
gonna watch it and
Right.
see, but yeah, the first one, like I couldn't get into it.
what's your thoughts on Karate Kid?
Love it.
All three?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even Jaden Smith, love it.
No, I didn't
What
watch
about Superman?
that. Can I finish with my Karate Kid first? How about Cobra Kai? Have you watched that?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't get into it the way I did Karate Kid.
Really?
Yeah.
How much of Cobra Kai did you watch?
Like the first 4 episodes.
Okay, the first season, that's all I've watched, and my buddy's in it. Billy Zabka's my buddy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's such a cool dude.
Wow,
He
yeah.
really is. The whole first season was awesome, and it's supposed to have gotten better. I just haven't gotten around to watch.
Yeah, I'll go try it again.
Yeah, go watch.
I'll go try it
And just how it goes back, and back when he was the bully, and now Ralph is kind of the bully, and I like what they did, at least
Yeah.
in season 1.
No, it's definitely interesting. I don't know why I just couldn't. I don't know why it didn't grab me.
What about Superman? Are you a Superman fan?
Like Man of Steel or the comics?
like UFC Kevin Holland Superman fan, because he rescued another man
Yeah,
who
this
in
dude
an
is-
18-wheeler that overturned yesterday.
Yeah.
This is his third heroic feat. Kevin Holland is
It's
the
pretty impressive.
real life Superman.
You think he goes out looking for him?
Somebody in the comments when I was watching the video said he has a police scanner. He's just ready to spring into action.
That's true. Well, that's Wes Sims.
It's awesome.
Wes Sims, the same thing happened up in Ohio.
That's
He
awesome.
caught somebody stealing from the bookstore. He caught somebody else. He's always in the right place at the right time.
And it's one of those things where people like to think that they would hop into action in those situations.
Yeah.
Where most people just look and like, oh my God, did you see that? So
Or
the
even
fact
worse,
that-
they would record it with their phone and put it
Yeah.
on the web. Like,
and the fact
instead of
that
helping
he
out.
could, that he does that and he has the, the confidence and the, the wherewithal to go help people it's pretty incredible.
Happy or disappointed that this is a no UFC weekend?
Disappointed. I love watching.
I mean, I do too, but it's good to have a night off.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know?
Fair enough.
I like days off.
Well, you don't get days off because you never have days on.
I stay consistent.
You know what's scary about the season we're coming into right now? In about a month, NBA is going to be done there.
I was saying, what season? Baseball or basketball's over?
Exactly.
Hockey's over?
The law, yeah. The law
Then
of sports.
there's that break or that 2-month gap where there's no sports on, and that's when these sports shows just become absolutely impossible to watch because they reach for straws. And some of the topics you're going to get is just like, who cares? Like, they're going to ask you 50 things about the Cowboys and how, what percentage chance does the Cowboys have to win? It's like, bro, it's March.
How many times do we have to hear that Tom Brady's not at OTAs?
No, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
And me, I'm
You
not
know what I
there
mean?
yet.
Like, it's just like,
I'm holding
man.
out. I'm holding out, Steve.
Like every day, it's like how Russell Westbrook comes up every single day in my talk radio. I'm just like, you talked about this yesterday,
Right?
And the day before, So it's just, it's gonna be sad real soon when sports is gone.
How about the controversy in the WWE? Do you know about this?
No,
So your tag team champions,
the Usos.
well, no, the females.
Okay.
The Usos took both belts, and people are upset. And little kids were crying when RK Bro lost, and it's all because Matt Riddle, former UFC fighter, kicked Roman Reigns in the face.
Yeah.
And the Usos and Roman Reigns cheat. No, they follow the script.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Eddie Guerrero. The song was I lie, I cheat, I steal. Now, that was the best part about it.
So allegedly, your tag team champions, and I don't remember their names. I think it was Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
And
and they walked out. They walked out
because of Ronda Rousey.
So
allegedly.
What is the story behind that, real quick?
The story is behind that they were supposed to be, allegedly from what I read, they were going to main event with a couple other girls, and they basically got upset that Ronda Rousey walked in, Conor McGregor style, and won the scripted title. How can you get upset when it's scripted? You are the champions.
Yeah.
You know, you are getting the push. That's the deal.
Yeah.
You know, it's what the script writers tell you to do.
And like, understand your bit. Like, this is one thing, and it's, for me, it's rare what happens in sports. But like, everyone's not created equal. There are stars,
And then there's superstars.
yeah, and just you accept it. Like, it is what it is. Like, you think you want to get mad because The Rock comes in and Brock Lesnar comes in after a hiatus and he wins the title. No, yeah, Brock Lesnar brings in billions of dollars to the industry. We're gonna make him the champion.
I don't even care, and I get excited when Ronda Rousey's "I don't give a damn about my bad reputation" music hits.
Yeah,
you know it's her. She walks down in Roddy Piper's jacket.
Yeah.
I mean, she's getting the push, and
People
she
want to
should.
see it.
Right.
Like, it's just, it is what it is. And if you want something to be done about it, find a way to be a bigger star.
The only thing I don't like is Ronda was the heel in the UFC. Not well liked, we know that. And now they've made her be loved in the WWE. She's a badass. I don't give a damn about my bad reputation. And everybody's like, yeah, Ronda.
Yeah, it's funny how, and you know something that I saw a guy talking about the WWE, and I think this is the perfect way to put it, because a lot of people, I've had my ups and downs with them. When I was a kid, loved them, I thought it was real. When I found out it was scripted, I was heartbroken. I was like, I'm never watching it again. And now I've kind of, after watching a lot of documentaries, I've changed my perception. And this guy said, when you go to the movies, people say, how can you watch WWE? It's fake. It's not real fighting. He said, when you go to the movies, you're going to go get entertained.
Right, entertained.
It's a script. You know none of this stuff is real, but you enjoy it anyway. He says, that's what wrestling is to me. I'm going to go watch a movie, and I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah. I enjoy to be honest, I enjoy the mic work.
Yeah, the storytelling.
You know, more than I do,
Yeah.
you know, the other stuff.
Yeah,
But some of them are fun to watch.
They are.
You know.
They are.
I miss the Shield. If you remember the
Yeah.
Shield, you know, the Bloodline's nothing like what the Shield used to be.
Not even the Bloodlines, the Evolution was
Evolution,
great.
yeah.
You know, DX. There's one. The Bloodline is, not my cup of tea, but you know, hey, whatever.
To each his own. All right, final 30 seconds. Anything? You got anything? Okay,
No,
good.
I'm just ready for training camp.
You gonna call me the N-word again?
Well, I won't. I got 2 color TVs, so even if I did, I still got an extra one. So I can use the word twice today because I have 2 color TVs on. I'm not racist.
See, you're French, so you can't pop them in the face. All right, luckily we're done, so we won't lose our FCC license. Until next week, this is Knockout Radio, brought to you by Apeman Strong
KFC
and
license?
Staff Song. See you next week.